Hey everybody, welcome back. I said this before and I'll say this again, but as we all know, anybody with half a brain knows that 2020 has been a crazy year. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about my job, about how we're handling the COVID, and the latest political news. So yeah, now the newest is heard was it over the weekend or earlier in the week? This is probably just strategy by Trump, but now I'm sure you've all heard that Kanye West is talking about running for president as like a third party candidate, like a Green Party, which I heard that he's already like missed the deadline to get on a ballot for 6 states. So I don't know how that would work for him. But it's him and Trump, from what I know, are buddies. I have a feeling Trump's always got a strategy. I mean, a lot of politicians have strategy, but I've never seen anybody. That is one way that Trump is smart. Is he knows how to strategize well, and I think this is just a clear attempt for him to try to get some of the Biden support away from him and to go to Kanye West. And I think he's just trying to maybe make it easier so that the Biden doesn't have as much support, and more of the support will go to Kanye, and then Trump's numbers support will appear to be higher, give him the election. So who knows? You never know what he's got up his sleeve. But yeah, it's just crazy. I know he was talking about running. I don't know, was it in 2016 or after Trump got elected? But and then with then I wouldn't be surprised if 2024, like all of a sudden Dennis Rodman decided to run. It just seemed like everybody is thinking about running now, because he's real big buddies with Kim Jong Un. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it probably would never happen. I don't see Kanye West as a third party. It's really like nearly impossible to win. But let's just say, for shits and giggles, he did win. I mean, can you imagine him? I mean, having the Kim Kardashian as the first lady, that would just be insane. They'd be like keeping up with the Kardashians in the White House. Of course, that reality show wouldn't be allowed inside there. And the other thing too, like Biden wins. Trump said that he's hoping to stay in the White House, even if he loses the election. He says he hopes to be in some other position. Not that Biden would listen to him or anything else, but he says he's hoping to be in some other position where he would still have like a voice, still have some kind of influence over what the president does. But it's like, I'm sorry, Biden wins. He's not going to listen to anything that Trump suggests or does. It's just going to be like talking to a brick wall. But yeah, that's just going to be so, the debates, it's going to be so hilarious watching Biden and Trump go back and forth. It was pretty hilarious watching Trump and Hillary batter it back and forth in 2016. They spent so much time just like digging up crap, dirt about each other. And it was funny. I think it was back in last winter, the spring, but yeah, Biden did say something about, he was talking about Trump and saying like, oh yeah, he's the type of guy like back in high school, we would just take him behind the bleachers and, discreetly take care of him. It'd be all over and done with. He'd take care of him the old style way. Got handed to Biden for that. And Trump said something like, Trump claimed that Biden was threatening him. Let's see. So yeah, he claimed that was a threat. But yeah, if, I guarantee you, like if Trump loses, I mean, he's going to guarantee he'll claim that the election was rigged against him in some way. He'll be next thing you know, he'll be trying to get Biden. He'll be talking about getting Biden and his backers thrown in jail, just like he was talking about Hillary, and then he got elected, never did it, obviously. And I'm wondering, depending how the COVID goes, if this continues to linger, I just have a little bit of a fear. Who knows where it could go? It could go either way, but yeah, I just have like a little bit of a fear that somehow the COVID doesn't pass by that time, that somehow the election is going to be screwed up, fucked up with the voting. And as far as my job goes, I had a meeting today, and I guess because I get there, the kids are almost gone, the teachers are almost gone. I work second shift, and I was told no big deal. But I've been doing it. I've been going out in public, but I guess will have to wear a mask until all the kids and the teachers leave. No big deal. But once all the teachers and the kids are gone, as long as I'm just working by myself, then I can take it off. And they are going to hire daytime person, just temporary until this passes. Somebody to work from like 9 to 1:30, and they guess they're going to be spraying down the playground. It's going to be a lot of work, but yeah, they're going to be just 4.5 hours, 5 hours. I guess from 9 to 1:30 or 9 to 2, they're going to spray down the playground equipment twice. And they're, I guess also too, they said if there's visible soil, visible dirt on there, they got to wipe all that down first before they spray the sanitizer. They said don't rely 100% on the sanitizer spray. And we do have like 15 schools in the district, but regardless of the size, we have like 100 sanitizer bottles for the teachers. But regardless of, or actually, I'm sorry, not spray bottles, but the sanitizer dispensers on the wall, or I think they might be like portable, like on poles. They want to have them like in the front lobbies and the main entrances and exits. But regardless, like a high school, I work in an elementary school. High school is definitely bigger than my school, but they have 100 of them, and I guess regardless of size, like every school is getting an equal amount, even though the high school is much bigger than us. So like okay, whatever. And every school too is getting 2 like sanitizer backpacks where we're going to have to go around. I thought they were going to hire somebody to do that, but no, we already have like 8 hours of work to do. We don't have an extra 2 hours to spare. I guess other stuff will have to be put in the back burner, other tasks, but other guy that I work with and I, we're going to have to go. It's going to take us about 2 hours each, but we're going to have to go around and like spray down all of our classrooms, spray down the hallways from like the ceiling to the floor. Basically spraying down every square inch. I guess the disinfectant we use, it kills the bacteria, germs, viruses. We let it sit for like 10 minutes and then we wipe it down. It's supposed to kill it. I guess this is supposed to kill it. I guess we're going to just be using this disinfectant for a while. It's supposed to kill it in a minute. And you don't have to wipe. I guess you just spray it on. But yeah, they said they're not giving us any extra help on the second shift. I guess there's going to be no overtime and no extra help. We're just going to do what we can do in 8 hours. And I guess in a day shift person too, they're going to have somebody, they're going to actually keep a log of it, but they're going to have somebody, not only the playground equipment, but they're going to go around during the day. And like this, when the kids are at lunch, spray down those classrooms, they're at lunch, spray down the bathrooms, the drinking fountains, the toilets, the sinks. That's going to be a lot of work. And again, I don't know if that's going to be able to be done in just 4 or 5 hours. That's going to be a lot of work. They have to keep a logbook on that. And it's just not, they want us to do so many extra things. Like we sanitize the desks every day, but now they're telling us that it's not all going to happen. It's just not realistic, but they want us to wipe down anywhere the kids might have touched. They want us to wipe down all the chairs, including the legs, the whiteboards, the legs of the chairs. It's just the seats of the chairs. It's just insane. And then they also want us to carry like a bucket of sanitizer and a towel or rag with us and like wipe down everything we touch as we go. I mean, I'm just going to keep my hands somewhat. Well, first of all, I'm going to sanitize all the door handles, the doorknobs, but if I keep my hands clean, I don't really see a need to do that. That's just saying, man, that would take like a lot of extra time, and I'm going to wear gloves too the whole day too. But they were saying the same thing too, like don't let the gloves deceive you, don't let them fool you, don't let them give you a false sense of security. Drawn away, don't let them give you like a false sense of sanitation, because they said that even the gloves get soiled. It's like, okay, well, there's a shortage of gloves right now. Hospitals, nurses, doctors can't get enough of them. We have them on back order. They're expensive too, especially some people are allergic to latex. It's like, what the hell? Because they were giving us training and saying like, oh yeah, your gloves get soiled. So like every time they get soiled, it's like, okay, so what? Like every time I come into contact with something, like if I'm wiping down all these toilets, I have to change my gloves in between every toilet. It seemed like it would be faster just to wash my hands or sanitize, but even that would take quite a bit of time too. So yeah, it's like even with the gloves, it's like that's still costly. What's the point of wearing them? Might as well just wash my hands or sanitize. What else here? Yeah, and I mean, like I said, there's a shortage of a lot of it. Even the sanitizer too is a shortage of gloves, and I'm sure that would be costly as well. Where else do you leave off here? But yeah, yeah, that's it. I think that's all of my latest news for now. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. Yeah, as far as I do live in Arizona, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. As far as Arizona, it's hard to tell. We did open up too soon, I do believe. That was the third thing. The kids are supposed to go back. At least my kids are supposed to go back July 27th. But yeah, the governor Doug Ducey of Arizona, a state law that kids aren't allowed to go back till the 17th of August. So now I got like an extra. I've been on vacation all last week, all this week. I'm going back on Monday, but yeah, I'll have like an extra 3 weeks to find more projects to do. So yeah, just an extra 3 weeks I'll have to keep busy. I got almost everything done. I guess the kids aren't going to have to wear. I guess it's going to be optional, and they're still going to give the kids. I don't know. Before I didn't remember the latest numbers, but I guess before we had like the second wave, I guess like 80% of the parents were okay with the kids going back, and 20% still wanted them to do the homeschooling. So we'll see, it might be more now. But yeah, we opened up too soon, and cases are, of course, there is more testing now. Cases have risen, but it looks like the death rate hasn't been as high. So, I think by now pretty much everybody's been exposed to it, and I think the people that are doing okay have probably caught it or are immune to it. The thing is, I don't know for sure, but I think probably if they had testing back in March or April, which is when this like really hit hard, I think there probably would have been more positive, more confirmed cases back then. But who knows? It's a crapshoot. Nobody really knows what's going on exactly, how to handle this, and how long it'll take for it to pass. It's all a big guessing game. It changes every day. And yeah, I guess Trump was saying something too, like just this morning, he was saying that he was going to cut funds for schools if they did, which that won't happen. Maybe he was trying to cut funds for schools if they didn't open up by the end of July. What else? And then, yeah, I guess the kids. Oh, that was the last two things. I guess with the amount of kids that are still going to do the homeschooling, they want no more. Normally, we have like the early, low 20s in the classroom, like 22 to 25. But I guess we're only going to have 15 or 16 kids in a room, and that'll allow them to social distance, keep their desks apart, at least 6 feet. I guess for the kids that still want to do the homeschooling, the parents that want that, we'll be able to have all the kids in the classroom 5 days a week, the full day, and I guess the rest will just do the homeschooling. And then as far as the cafeteria, there was talk about them eating in the room, so I thought, oh god, that would be a nightmare, especially with carpet, with tile. It would be okay, but with them having carpet in there, I said, oh, that's going to be a nightmare. We're going to do so much carpet cleaning and changing carpet tiles. But I guess the kids are going to go in the cafeteria. The 6th grade is the biggest, and we have just enough room in there for the 6th grade, and this is taking if all the kids are there every single day. There's like 112 kids in the 6th grade, and there's just enough room in there for them. They're going to have assigned seats. They're going to be spaced out like 8 feet apart for social distancing, and the kids that bring in their bag lunches, sack lunches, brown bag lunches, they'll just go straight to their seat. And then the kids that are ordering the school lunch, to avoid crowding in the food line, that would eliminate social distancing. It'd be pretty hard to. So what they're going to do is the kitchen workers and then the lunch aides, I guess they're going to bring their food out to them. So by the time that they get there, by the time they sit down, their food will be waiting for them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And then I guess they have like this protocol where if like just one kid gets the COVID, I guess they're gonna shut down it's gonna be like an evacuation where like they're gonna treat it like a fire drill, which 700 kids. I don't know how that would be. You would eliminate social distancing in that way. 700 kids just in this little field. They're talking about, they'll immediately evacuate, but I mean, how the parents are working, school bus drivers, they have a schedule they got to keep. They're going to be able to get over there. The parents going to be able to get over there right away, but they said they're going to treat it like an evacuation, immediately treat it like a fire drill, all the kids outside, and the school will be shut down for like 3 to 5 days, and then we'll have to do a deep cleaning. There's going to be like an emergency task force to do the inside and the outside areas, and then we would have to get permission from the county health department in order to reopen. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, I hope this passes soon. This has definitely been a pain, definitely a different way of life. Pretty sure I had it. I'm sure I already built up the immunity antibodies. But they've been trying to get everybody in this area to wear a mask, which in public, which I have been doing. I haven't been going out. I've basically just been going out to the grocery store. That's it. And yeah, well, I've been wearing a mask when I go in there, and it's not so much me I'm worried about. I'm just trying to protect other people, even though those masks aren't 100% effective, unless you have a vacuum seal, which even though surgical, man, I don't have any facial hair, as you can see right now, but yeah, unless you have like a, vacuum seal, those masks aren't 100% effective. But I mean, it definitely reduces the risk, lowers the risk quite a bit. But yeah, especially a lot of guys now have facial hair, goatees, mustaches, beards, and yeah, if you have any kind of like beard or goatee, mustache, that definitely increases the risk that you could get small particles in there. But yeah, basically the way that my wife explained it the best, like if you didn't have pants on and you were in a grocery store, let's say somebody was in line in front of you and you pissed, more than likely, yeah, you probably piss all, as a guy, you piss all, get quite a bit of piss on them. But yet, if you had your pants on, yeah, some might trickle on their shoes, but at least the pants area, your underwear, your pants would stop the piss from splashing. So yeah, I didn't, it took me so long to get how this really worked, but my wife explained it that way, and I said, oh wow, that's great, everybody should hear that. That really explains it so much better, and I completely understand it now. I wish I would have been taking it seriously. I was kind of ignorant at first, listening to some other people, and I didn't realize the seriousness of it first, but I definitely, subsequently, I understand it better now than I did then. So, yeah, I hope you all, stay safe out there, and, yeah, please go out, just to, wear your mask when you're, near other people. Maybe if you sit down at a restaurant and you're by, friends, family members, loved ones, aren't infected, it's okay to, obviously you can't eat with a mask on, you have to pull it down for that, but yeah, at least in line or walking around, keep your mask on. And just, yeah, definitely at the gas pump, sanitize your hands too. So, yeah, that's all I have for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon. Another great video. Have a great night and upcoming weekend, everybody. Bye.